Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Today we have to speak about Mercato, but also not only Juventus Mercato. By the way, while I was going live, I heard apparently that Nico Schira said that apparently there was the possibility that Miretti could leave Juventus. We will try to catch up with that news and speak about the officiality of Milik first real signing, even if it's not really exciting anymore, because it's already a player that played 1 year with us. It's not the name that you're expecting to start the Mercato with. But anyway, we will speak about Miretti, the pros, the contrast. Absolutely one of the pros of Milik staying at Juve, of course, is this Instagram post that was really beautiful, but really, really beautiful. And I will tell you that these kind of things, they are entering my heart. It's not enough to stay in my heart, but it's a really beautiful step. So Miretti, Milik. But then we have to speak about big names, because if we don't understand Mercato of Serie A, we will not be able to understand Mercato in Italy, and we will not be able to understand Mercato at Juventus. And that's a really important one, because we can speak about Champions League, not qualification, we can speak about financial situation, we can speak about our own mistakes, we can speak about a lot of things, but I believe that having a global view is super important. And today it's maybe one of the days that are marking a turn in the history of Calcio. We'll come back on that one. Let me first say hello to all the people in the chat. Not to everyone, because we can't, otherwise I'm here all night long to say hello to everyone, but at least to the people that were here, especially the first one, like Shervin, he was the first one with Forza Juve. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Styler Z, ciao Stavros, ciao Chuck, grande Chuck, Dr. A, my friend. I'm always happy when I see Il Dottore. Ciao Sasha, Beppe, when will you bring me good news this year? It's bad news after bad news. I'm depressed, but it depends what your expectations are. If you're I still had this one behind my ear like this. I don't know since how long, but anyway. The good news is depends. You can be happy for Milik, or you can be sad for Milik. You can be happy to be linked with Parisi, or you can be sad not having Parisi. You can be happy that Juventus is still in the run for Frattesi, but you can be sad that Juventus will probably not have Frattesi. So it's a kind of perspective, depending on you. Ciao Jaska, ciao Olaf, ciao Calles, Tolpe, ciao James Azzopardi. Mamma mia, that's a long time ago. Grande, grandissimo James. Ciao Luca, ciao Elio, ciao Dan Avola. They sing Federazione Italiana Gioco Calcio. They did it to themselves. Our once beautiful league is now being reduced to a feeder league. Well, we'll come back on that. It's an important one. Ciao Michele Arteta, ciao Rising Cross. Mamma mia, Beppe is fighting to find out which shirt to wear. I tell you the truth, guys. I'm living in Belgium, and since 10 days, it's super hot, but really super hot. The problem, Belgium is not a country where you are used to have high temperatures. And it's not that I'm living at the sea where there is a lot of wind. Here, when it's hot, but seriously hot. And I'm living in a duplex, so I have the second floor and right under the roofs. From the moment, my friends, that it's warm. I have the ventilator on also in the videos in the morning. I was editing this morning with my headphones, and I was hearing like really silence, but still you hear it, and probably you are hearing it here as well, because without that it's warm. So that's why, guys, I need a shirt. I saw some people were telling me last time, Pepe, were you wearing a pajama? It's not a pajama, it's a shirt. It's a oversized shirt. It's quite nice. Actually, if you want to see my summer outfit of these days, you can check it. Wait, I will zip on, but that's important, zipping on. Wait, that's my summer outfit, actually. It's nice, huh? It's a short. I have shorts here. Look at that. It's a cargo shirt. It's really nice short. Really nice short. But no, it's without you. And you see, it's not that I'm thick, but it's really oversized. Huh? I took it in XL. Aldo is saying, I love your shirt, Beppe. Beppe looks like a real dad. No, it's not like a dad. This is really nice. What are you speaking about, Skitter? This is really nice. This one with really nice sneakers. What are you speaking about? I'm not dressed like guys. Rate the outfit. Rate the summer outfit, please. No, because otherwise I will think that I'm old. I'm not dressing like an old guy. Oversized shirt, cargo, fantastic, beautiful short. What are you speaking about? Old? Mamma mia, disaster. So, for the people that are watching in replay, I'm sorry, but some things are really important to discuss before speaking about Mercato. Like, for example, you putting a maximum of likes, and also, if you can, continue to subscribe to the channel. I promise you, we are not speaking only about outfits. We also speak about football sometimes on the channel. So let me check. Aldo Bonazzi is saying 9 on 10. 10 on 10 from Aloy. 7.5 from Just Football. 9 on 10 from Wazar. Skyter is saying lol. Thank you. Frederick Brandt, 2 on 10. 8.57. Stavros with the Monblano rating. Ciao Rami Bules. Grande Rami Bules. Hey, don't share my WhatsApp number because I didn't think about it, but now Rami Bules, he has also my WhatsApp number, and don't share it, please. That would be really nice. Thank you, Srikar. Oh, I have to say thank you also for something else, my friends. Guys, honestly, I'm super happy for something. Wait, but seriously, I'm super happy. You can't imagine how happy I am. I will tell you why, and then we'll speak about all the topics that we just discussed, of course. But there is something that really I'm super proud about, but seriously super proud about. So if we are looking at the likes here, wait, let me go. Wait, that's important. That's the channel with all the statistics and so on. You see the videos. So look at the likes. I asked 500 likes per video. Look at that. I started asking on this one, 588 likes. Then I made a second video of the day. I didn't ask for it, it's okay. But then the second day, 511. The third day, 534. The fourth day, 581. Look at today, 643 likes. That's fantastic. I was asking for 500. Just fantastic. No, seriously, guys, I'm super happy about that. And then we are here, near to 26. That's also fantastic. Okay, ragazzi, now let's go back to football and also on the channel with Kenan Dolovac that is saying, Beppe, ciao Beppe and all the Juventini. Beppe, your outfit is fire. Thank you for continuing to be a member of the channel, to supporting the channel, to making sure that I'm able also to take some free time to work on the channel. Thank you, Kenan. 1 year. Congratulations. Happy birthday for your 1 year membership. Really appreciate it. Okay. What else do we have to speak about? Reisenkron is laughing, removing another player that plays for the club. Who are we speaking about, Ryan? Miretti. I think, I don't know, because sometimes I'm a bit late with the comments. Beppe, we have love for you. No, I love you as well. Cash Money, I love you. Cash Money. I don't know which one I prefer. You or your nickname? Cash Money is nice, very nice. Turam is I know. You know that I started speaking because my little bird, and by the way, I have a name for the bird. Someone said in the comments, Larry. Call him Larry. I like Larry Bird. Well, Larry the Bird, he came again and he spoke about Kefren Turam. And I said, Mamma mia, I like that player. So, watching, analyzing, I really liked him. I said, a player from Nice, what should he cost? Easy to take him. Easy. Then I informed about the price. There is already a lot of competition, so I think that I will have to give up on Kefrem Thuram. But he's fantastic, huh? He's really fantastic. Anyway, let me say thank you also to Kanan that not only continued for 1 year, but he just offered a membership randomly, and that membership is going towards Styler Z. Say thank you to our friend Kanan. Thank you Kanan for offering that membership. And Dragunj8, ciao Beppe, first month and look forward to 1 year. Thank you Draguns8. I don't know why I'm not able to see. I'm not able to see, and I can't pin. Anyway, I saw it here, so thank you Dragons8, really appreciate it. Okay, can we start now? What do we start with? Situation that was incredible today, and we don't start with Juve, but we start with the other market probably. No, let's change. We start with Juve. At least one big news. Milik. Let's explain the situation because that's an important one. Milik. I will do a poll. Milik. Super happy. Satisfied, which is second level. Okay, 4 options because you know that's the limit of the polls on YouTube. You can choose between Milik extension, no extension. Now it's official and he's a Juve player from now on. You are satisfied, you are super happy, bah. It's like plus minus, or not happy. I'm not happy. You have 4 choices. Okay, I explained the situation Milik so that everyone is aware of what is going on. Milik had a loan that was really low, not even a 1 million to loan him, and there was the option to buy. So no obligation to buy. There was an option to buy. If you bought him, Milik, at the end of the season, the price was already set. 7 million. Okay? 7 million. Plus potential bonuses. The problem with the bonuses, of course, is we didn't reach them because we didn't qualify to Champions League and so on and so on. So it's 7 million. Okay? 7 million. If we signed immediately Milik at that time on a contract, he would have had 2 more years of contract. The one that he already played with us, and 2 more years, so 3 in total. Now, Juventus, they said, no, we don't want to give you cash immediately, 7 million, plus of course the one that we already paid, that let's say 1 million euro to loan him out. We don't want to, because we want to try to find a negotiation, a deal together with you to reduce the price. We waited a week, and at the end, after that week, we decided to pay 6.3 million, plus of course the one that we already paid of nearly 1 million euro for that loan. But now Milik will have 3 years of contract, quite low. If I understood it well, the salary will be 2.2 million, so it's a quite low salary for Milik. It's not 3.5, it's not 5, it's relatively low salary, but he will play 1 more year than what we agreed upon. So 1 year of loan plus 3 years of contract for Milik. So in a way, you could say, hey, with the salary, with the 2.2 on top, we are paying more than the agreement that we made. If we were faster and if we were able to say immediately, yes, we go for it, we were actually saving cost, because instead of paying him 3 years of salary, or actually 4, 1 loan plus 3, you had him for 1 plus 2. And now we are spending more. So if you're doing the math, we are actually spending more than if we had already immediately said yes last week. But the difference is that now you found a new agreement with Marseille that you can pay him over 3 years. And that's a big difference, because the cash flow that will go out will be of 2.1 per year. 2.1, 2.1, 2.1. while in the previous case you would have to cash out immediately. What was agreed upon was 7 million. You see the big difference, and you have a player for 1 more year that is quite low. I tell you the truth, Milik, I didn't want him at Juve. If you go back in time and you saw all my videos about Milik, you know that I didn't want him. I will not lie. Also this year when they started speaking again about Milik, I said, mamma mia, again, here we go again with Milik. I don't want him. Until the day where it was official and I was watching him going out of the plane, and guys, we did it here on the channel, here we fly. Pogba, and there was, mamma mia, so many people. Di Maria, so many people. Who else did we? Bremer, a lot of people in the middle of the night and waiting at an airport. Can you imagine doing that? Well, Milik, there was nobody. But sincerely, nobody. I tell you the truth, I was a bit sad. I think I would go for nobody. Personally, waiting for really long in the queue, I think I would go for nobody. But if I go, then I go for everyone. You know, I was a bit sad because it's still Milik. It's not the player Caio Jorge you never heard about. You say, bah, you know, who is that guy? You know, no, it's still Milik. He played at Napoli, at Marseille, Ajax. No, I believe we didn't respect him. Kostic, I see in the chat, Moazar Kostic as well. He will fly. So you see, but anyway, it's not because I have pity for a player that suddenly I like him. It's just that thinking about it, I said, mamma mia. But from the moment that they are Juve player, I try to give them a chance. It doesn't mean that I will fall in love. Look, Paredes never entered my heart. And I will tell you more, I was there next to him. When he was arriving at the stadium, Juve Spezia, he was arriving there, he was there to present himself in the middle, you know, beautiful presentation to the Tifosi. I was really 2 meters from him, and after the stadium I talked with his wife because I was in the VIP area. Then I saw him, I just put the fist. So I could have had a link with Paredes. Ragazzi, Paredes flopped. Let's be honest, he totally flopped, except of 1 game, 2 games maximum that he played well. He flopped, Paredes. So, but there is Milik. The first part of the season is actually overachieving, and all of us were saying, mamma mia, he's great, he's really great. Then, injury, 1 month out, and he never really came back. Let's be honest, the team was in difficulty, he didn't give some support, not from the start, not from the bench, where you say, which is the real Milik? The one that was scoring fantastic goals and important and decisive goals, or the one of the second part? But then you think rationally, and then I will read a bit of your comments about Milik. If you're thinking rationally, and that's what I asked in the morning video, what do? If you let him go for free, he's going for free. Yeah, he's leaving. He's going maybe to Lazio, because there was a lot of competition on Milik. Believe me or not, there was a lot of competition ready, like hyenas to jump on Milik. They were ready. And at the end, you're thinking logically, and you say for 7 million euro, 7 million payable in 3 years with a low contract of 2.2, can you find me a player that is better than Milik with already 1 more year experience? He's ready for whatever coach, but also for Allegri. He's ready because he knows him. Ragazzi, then you say, okay. I'm satisfied. Super happy? No. But satisfied, I would vote like you guys. 58% of the people said satisfied Beppe, 27 Ba, 7% not happy. I would love to understand also why not happy, because that's a big extreme. 10% super happy. Okay, then the post of today was nice, of Milik. Maybe we can go, while the people that said not happy at all, let me know why, guys. I'm curious to read also that. But let's go to the post of Arkadiusz Milik. What did he say, Milik? Look at that. Milik with the first picture with the shirt of last season. With the third shirt, probably referring to that goal of Salernitana that was cancelled. And then you have him as a kid. Then he looks a bit more like Paulo Dybala than to Milik, honestly. Honestly, just watching the face, it looks a bit Paulo Dybala has from the mother side also some Polish DNA. It's coming from Poland, the mother of Dybala. I don't know if you know. or at least the side of Dybala is coming from Poland. So maybe that's why they are looking a bit the same. But what is he writing, Arkadiusz? Arkadiusz is writing, being able to continue and to be able to play for these colors, for that shirt, and for you, supporters, tifosi, I consider it a privilege. E per questo farò di tutto and for this I would continue to do everything to deserve it. I am happy and supercharged for the new journey with you. Fino alla fine. Guys, you don't need always a text of 200 paragraphs, huh? This one is clear, is beautiful, is showing then the shirt of this year, the third one of this year, supporting with celebrating with the supporters, and then a picture of him or maybe of Dybala. We don't know, but anyway, maybe it's his cousin. Who cares? Who knows about the truth? But anyway, him as a kid with a Juve shirt of 2003. Maybe if we do the math, we can know how old he was in 2003. And then you see the words that are really interesting, because he's saying, it's a privilege to continue to play for this shirt, for these colors, and for you supporters. I said I would love that the supporters would be put again a bit more central in Juventus in the future. And then you see that. And I will do everything to continue to deserve it. So, just speaking about Dybala, something that I didn't like what he said one day in front of microphones. One day he said, I have nothing to show. And no. These are the words that you are not conquering my heart, because every day you have to show that you deserve. Because from the moment that you believe that you achieve it, that you arrived it, it's over. It's over. Because then it's really over. Anyway, let me read a bit of your comments. So, the majority voted like me for satisfied. Simon Villarreal, good backup if he's not injured. Yes. Steve Cano, Milik is a good deal, calm and nice with grinta, experience and okay buy and salary. He is good for young and new players, light leader. Leader, I don't know. But in terms of behavior, yes. Exemplarity, yes. I agree. Milik had a good start, then he disappeared from the scoreboard. If Juve signs Milik level of player, the near future is... Okay. I won't, because we will enter the near future. That's the big topic of today's live. But if we are speaking about Milik only, if you are telling me, Juve Pulse, Henrik, Milik is from now on your starter. Vlahovic is leaving, Milik is promoted to your starting striker. Then we have a problem. That doesn't mean that he can't start games anymore. But if he is the numero uno, then we have a problem. If Juventus is going for a new young striker, low cost, but young striker, that hunger, that wants to prove himself and so on, that you invest in, probably 2 years later will go to Premier League, but that's another story for later. Then okay, then you have a plan and you want to grow. But having Milik at 7 million euro, I don't agree with your analysis. Milik is good value, just need that more consistency throughout the whole season. The fear of Milik is always the consistency in terms of injuries. That has always been a problem, the injuries. And in a team like Juve, since 2, 3, 4 years, we have so many injuries, that's a problem. Maric, seeing Milik, his work ethic and love for the club, I say that we made a good deal. I feel like he will work harder and become consistent player. Steve Cano, good deal, but we already read it. Dom, I would much rather have Milik over Icardi, at least, but we are lacking in quality. But that's the thing, If you take Icardi instead of Milik, it's a different player, a player that today... Look, ragazzi, can we speak a second about tactics and qualities of players? Icardi is a player that I always said he's strong. He's really strong. I know that, no, we don't want him. He play at Inter and so on and so on. I know this story, but I don't care. He was strong. He was serious, as a beast, strong. The problem is that he's absolutely not a player for Massimiliano Allegri. Hey, that's the coach we have today. Because if we are complaining about Vlahovic that is not able to come back deeper, controlling that ball, opening on the left, opening on the right, that first control, giving work attitude there, and then going into the spaces, Icardi is not the solution. Icardi is a box player, but not the box there where our goalkeeper Szczesny is. No, the box of the other team. And he's staying there. Then, if you are putting the ball around him, reachable from where he is, he scores. 9 on 10, he scores. Physical, strong, and whatever you want to. But tactically, he's not the guy that will go deeper, support the team, help the team, take that ball and go up. That's not Icardi. So Icardi for Allegri, no. Milik is a player that is able to do that. But really, and we saw it. Just football, 4 signing you think will happen? We don't know. Let's see. But out of my mind, Milik, that's the joker, right? That's the bonus. Parisi, I really believe Parisi will join Juventus. And then I don't know. At the moment, I don't know. The people that can give you 4 names, they are just inventing. Because the Mercato is really moving. Especially because apparently, according to the last rumors, you have our friend Giuntoli that should arrive between the 1st and the 5th of July. That's the predictions in terms of timing. He will not do the Mercato for Juve now. He will give his point of view. He will tell us a bit of names. But we are really late. Because if on July you have really to start a new strategy of Mercato, ragazzi, it's over. While all the team have their plan already made in the month of March, February. So we are super, super late. So I can't tell you today who will join. I can tell you who I would love to see joining Juve. Maybe it's the year of Zaniolo. Maybe. Ciao, Anthony. Dragons, Juve rejected offer for Ravela from Lazio. Yeah. Lazio with Sarri. Ragazzi, if I can give you something. They are super obsessed with Ravella. They want Ravella. In their mind, there is only Ravella. Juventus said no. Juventus said no. So that's good. That's really good about that one. I'm trying to watch because I saw here a message about Sir Raz that he thinks Sassuolo have increased the price of Frattesi from 35 to 40 million euro. Ragazzi, I'm absolutely not surprised. Look, I will show you a thread of the situation Tonali, how it started. So, let me check back. Okay. I was writing to a friend of mine, Milan fan, that was a bit sad. Here, I said, if Milan is fast in selling Tonali, wait, let's start originally. At 7:58 p.m. Italian time, Nicolo Schira said, Inter leading the race to sign Davide Frattesi from Sassuolo. Ready, a contract until 2028, 2.5 a year. Everyone at 8 p.m. Italian time was saying Tonali will go to Inter. Then, Juventus and Milan are also interested in him. Roma will have 30% on his sales. So at that moment on, 8 p.m. Italian time, you're sure Frattesi will go to Inter. If you are looking at Gazzetta dello Sport, you understand that it was a done deal. IFTV, my friends, it's already days that they are putting beautiful graphics with Frattesi Inter. At 8:39, I have my thoughts that are thinking at last year. Bremer. And I say to my friend Martino, I write him, if Milan is fast in selling Tonali, they can do a Bremer 2.0. to Inter like we did, because they sell Tonali really fast, they have the cash, and they go for Frattesi. First idea. Then, a few minutes later, what do I see? I see that our friend, seriously, 12, 13 minutes later, Gianluca Di Marzio is saying, Milan is ready to join the run at Frattesi in case of closure in a short time for Tonali. And from there, it started to escalate. And then I continue to write to my friend, and I tell him, because he's saying it doesn't matter, not close being worth 40 million euro. And I tell him, at Sassuolo, it's minimum 35. If Carnevali, he knows that you just sold Tonali, on top of having half of Serie A on Frattesi, which there is a big competition, Napoli, Roma, Juve, Milan, Inter, well, forget about the discount, he will probably ask 45 million for you for Milan. Hey, ragazzi, this is the reality, We know, we all remember Locatelli, Juve, the summer of waiting for Locatelli. Do you remember? We went crazy. So they don't give up, Sassuolo, Carnevali will never give up. He knows that there is competition, so I'm absolutely not surprised. What is Juventus doing? They are taking themselves out of the race. And I think, ragazzi, I totally agree. If I see the price that they want to spend for Tonali, one of the best Italian midfielders that already proved himself in a bigger team, in Champions League and so on, young player with everything he has, if they are ready to spend 75 million euro, 45 million euro, 40 million euro for Frattesi is maybe a bit too much, honestly, according to me. And I like the player, and I really believe he has a lot of potential, and I really believe that he will have a beautiful career, and I also really believe that after wherever he will go, Milan or Inter, after 3 years he will go to Premier League, because that's what will happen, He will go to Premier League. He already said it, I want to play in the Premier League. Frattesi wants to play in the Premier League, but he said, at the moment, I am not ready yet to be at the level of Premier League. I want to continue to play in Italy. Do you remember that we were speaking about it, that we were saying it, Frattesi, and people were starting to be really pissed off? They said, we don't want Frattesi anymore. It was like 2 weeks ago that he said that, 2 or 3 weeks max. Do you remember that? Well, ragazzi, that's where we are entering. The Italian Calcio Mercato state. Calcio Mercato in Italy.
Do you remember?
Calcio Mercato in Italy. It's a problem, ragazzi. Out of nowhere today, Newcastle going for Tonali. Guys, how long on the channel? I'm telling you, unfortunately, because I'm not someone that is quitting, that is just easily switching. I'm not someone that is giving up. I fell in love with whoop. I'm back. I fell in love with Calcio years ago, but really years ago. I was a kid, and it was the peak of Calcio. But I didn't fall in love only because it was peak, because it was the best, because it was whatever you want to. I fell in love because that's what we were watching at home. I am Italian. I fell in love with Juve, Italy 90. Italy at the World Cup in the 90s. And luckily I was in the great era of football. But you fall in love with a culture, with the great things, but also with the problematics. Because, that's what makes Calcio the way it is. For their strange way of dealing with things, for their own way of living Calcio, for that passion for the fact that you are going to the bar in Italy and you see the 3 papers of football, not one, you see the 3 different sport pages that are there for free so that you can read it. You see old men discussing to each other and fighting because it was a goal, it was no goal. At the end, at the time, there was no VAR, so people were doing the VAR the day later. It's a culture that you are falling in love with, and I will always love Calcio. But there were some people, and we are speaking about Agnelli, Florentino Perez, but also Barcelona, but also Milan, Inter, Atletico Madrid, and the 6 big clubs in Premier League that said, guys, we are going towards a problem. We have to find an alternative, because where we are going to, we don't know if it's the right solution. Premier League club, not because of the need, but because they understood that the new project was important. The other 6 clubs out of need, because we needed it. We needed it because were going towards the end of Serie A, the end of Bundesliga, except of Bayern Munich, the end of La Liga, except of Real Madrid and Barcelona, even if we can discuss how many problems they also have, but it's a different mentality in Spain. In Spain, they have a country. In Italy, you are not a country. You are a state. You have different parts. It's different, huh? It's not a country, Italy. Everyone is fighting for themselves. While in Spain, they understand that it's important to try to fight for the country. Anyway, the end of all the leagues towards Premier League. I have never, and never I will, be complaining and pointing fingers at Premier League. They deserve where they are today. Then we can discuss about... Ciao, Steve. Then you can discuss about, yes, but they are state-owned and so on and so on. Which is like Newcastle, like Chelsea, apparently, we don't know, Manchester City, and so on and so on. But honestly, this is accelerating and amplifying the problem towards the other leagues. But even before that, they were already top. And they were top and they became top thanks to the work, thanks to the fact that one day they put their sleeves higher and they said, let's go to work. And let's stop with what we were doing and trying to find a way to be number 1. And they succeeded. So kudos to them. Congratulations to them. They really deserve. And from that moment on, when they had the best possible product, you have attracted a lot of investments from other people. So, that's what I'm telling. I'm not blaming Premier League. I will never say, but you didn't deserve it. No, they deserved. But we were anticipating that we would become feeder leagues, and I knew it would happen. Today, a lot of people are telling me, and I saw it also online, some people were really, but seriously saying, but some clubs are signing Gundogan, some clubs Tonali, other clubs, what was it? How many names did I saw here? Let me check. I will tell you the names that I saw, that I was really shocked in a way. We signed Milik while other clubs are signing Gundogan, Tonali, Bellingham, Barella. Ragazzi, I think that, and it's not the only one, but the last tweet I remember that I read, I think that people, they don't know in what reality we are. People forgot that Calcio is dead. And it's the reality. I told you that Inter, Roma, Fiorentina being in the final of European competition would have changed zero. Look, for the first time ever, we had 5 Italian clubs in semi-final. Because on top of these 3, we had Milan and we had Juventus. 5 Italian clubs. So, people that are telling me for the good of the league, they should tell me, Beppe, Calcio is really back. Now we will see the benefits of it. Okay, we lost the three finals, but this doesn't change anything that you would have win or that you lost like it happened. It changes zero. But sincerely, it changes zero. Because look now, on top of losing the finals, you are losing also your best players. Tonali is leaving, and I'm not saying that he's leaving to Manchester City. He's not leaving to Liverpool, that is rebuilding, top club, whatever you want to, with a lot of money. No, he's leaving probably for Newcastle. That is, yes, in Premier League. That is, yes, playing Champions League next year. But it's a club that I loved when I was young. Alan Shearer and so on, I really loved. So I have a historical respect for Newcastle, but a bit less for the new Newcastle that they became. But that's the world we are in. Bournemouth, Brighton, Leeds that will come back in Premier League. Guy, they are spending. A relegation team was able to contract, even if it's on loan, Weston McKennie. Imagine, Weston McKennie, when he arrives from Schalke 04, is going to the club that is fighting to win Serie A, that is playing Champions League, and is going to Leeds because it's Premier League. It's, for example, can you imagine? Give me a bench player from, let's say, Manchester City. Phil Foden. That goes to Salernitana. This is what we are speaking about, huh? This is what we are speaking about. Phil Foden goes to Salernitana. Weston McKennie goes to Leeds. Alvarez. You see, there is a big difference, huh? And on top of that, wait, because I have another name. But first, because I totally forgot, Rise and Cross, my friend, I hope you are still here with us in the chat. Rise and Cross, 15 months. At least Milik wants to be there. I am satisfied. Thank you, Rise and Cross, for 15 months. And Rad Al-Harbi, my friend, 19 months. GJust family, thank you, my friend. Thank you, Rad. Always present. You are really, really, really appreciated. Thank you, my friend. On top of that, you have Vicario, that again was linked to Inter. In the last few days, Vicario was that close to Inter, like Frattesi, like Bremer last year. Vicario is going to Tottenham for 20 million euro. Udogie going to Tottenham. I am tired, but seriously tired, when I read we missed out on Udogie. It's not true. We didn't miss out on Udogie. Udogie, by the way, didn't have a fantastic season at Udinese. Huh? Is it because he already knew that he would go to Tottenham? Is it because the second year is difficult and more difficult than the first one, where you are a surprise, and that second year you need to confirm yourself? I have questions. Of course I have questions. But people, they were about to commit the worst, huh? Because we missed out on Udogie without understanding that the guy said publicly, I want to go to Premier League. So what do you want to miss out? If you go on the player and he doesn't want to, because he wants to go to Premier League, you can't do nothing. Then you can deal with Udinese, and maybe you can have an agreement. But if you are telling to Udinese, look, we want the player immediately, and they tell you no, because the player is not ready. We want to keep him one more year. If you want to, you can buy him already now, but you receive him in 2 years. And Juventus is saying, no, but we need him today. We can't invest money today for a player that we will not have in our team. And Tottenham, that has the money, is going and saying, I pay you this, and you can keep him. I don't even need him for 1 year. How do you want to compete? And that's why I'm pissed off with some people that are saying we are signing Milik, while the other ones are signing Bellingham, Tonali, Barella, and so on and so on. We can't, for two reasons. The first one is because of ourselves. we made mistakes. We know it. We made mistakes and we have to pay the consequences for it. This is what a responsible person, an adult person, a mature person is doing. You made mistakes, you try to solve them. And sometimes it's hard because you made too much mistakes. Then, I don't want to repeat again. Look, we tried. Who never tries will never flop in life. That's as easy as that. Who tries, most of the time they can succeed, but sometimes they flop. At the end, we flopped. We are paying the consequences. We take on ourselves. On the other side, look at what happened today. For more than a year, we were destroyed. Mentally, on court, the dirt put on the name of Juventus. Minus 15, plus 15, unknown, minus 10, a fee. You have to finish behind Roma. We don't care, we're behind Roma. At the end, we are missing Champions League, but also Champions League money, and also attractivity. If Rabio today is probably going to say no, it's also because we are not playing Champions League. Rabio saying no means that the player is leaving for free, and you will have to replace him. Go and find a player for free that has the same qualities as the Rabio 22-23. You can't find him. You simply can't find him. So that means or you invest or you put a bit less money but on a young talent that needs to prove himself. But if you want to go for Frattesi is a good player, but potentially much better than Rabio. But are we sure that it will work immediately the first year at Juve? Are we sure? I am not sure. I am not sure about that. So, that player where you are not sure, that is young, that is telling you, anyway, I want to go to Premier League one day, and I need a bit of learning, you're paying him 40 million euro, 40 plus the salary. You see what I try to explain? It's really hard. Tonali, he's a Milan fan, ragazzi. I don't know if it will be signed or not, so that's why I always take it with everything can happen. But according to the last rumors, if Tonali goes to Newcastle, he's leaving the club of his childhood, the club that he always loved. The dream of becoming una bandiera. Una bandiera means, the Paolo Maldini, the Baresi, the Del Piero, the Totti of Milan. He's just saying, I don't care. Which is the bigger dream, ragazzi? The biggest dream of a kid. The biggest dream of a kid before Champions League, the World Cup, and all these kind of things is to play for the team of your heart. The shirt that you are receiving for your parents, you are dreaming to be in that stadium. In front of your supporters, feeling that emotion, he's giving up. Because he knows that for his personal career, it's better like that. Can you imagine how low Serie A is? And it went really fast. Then, if they continue to do what they do, waiting for 2032 Euro to receive maybe in Italy, and then from that moment on, starting to have new stadiums and so on, we are still 9 years away from that. 9 years. We have already a big gap with all the other leagues. So imagine, in 10 years from now, how big the gap will be. You can't. It will be impossible to change. So I told you, Juventus will have not a great Mercato in terms of names. You will probably all be pissed off at the end of the Mercato. All be really angry on top of Allegri remaining. But even on top of that, you have the players like Tonali that are leaving. He's opening the door. He's opening the door for the other ones. For Barella. He's opening the door for Federico Chiesa. Because let's not laugh too much about Milan. He's opening the door for everyone. Can you tell me in the chat how many big Italian players were leaving Serie A? Who left Serie A at their peak? I want at their peak. Give me a name. Give me a few names. Give me a few names. Now, in the meanwhile that you are giving me names, because I have, for all of you, I have a counter argument, of course. Marco Goldnick, 17 months on the channel. Ciao Beppe, 500 likes, 5 videos in a row record. Yeah. I said it a bit earlier and super happy about that, but also, of course, for you continuing to be a member of the channel, super happy about that. Let me check, by the way, if we grew a bit. One, it's not bad. We started at 59, we went down and we went up again. So that's not bad. No, thank you, really appreciate it. And then we have Azzurri Juve, 19 months. GJust family, my friend. Thank you, Azzurri Juve. With a long message. Beppe, Italian clubs need to invest in stadium. Our stadium are shamefully outdated. Yes, but they will not. Azzurri Juve, they will not. They are waiting for 2032 so that they receive the money from UEFA, FIFA, so that they can invest on the States. But Romanian has better facilities, it's true. Not even Milan can build, let alone small clubs. Lane is too expensive or politics gets involved. But that's one of the biggest problems. You remember I always make the kind of joke when I show you my video game of World Cup 90, my World Cup 90 Sega game. Well, that's the last time that they renewed stadiums. I watched today a video on YouTube about an English guy who was saying, why are Italian football stadium ugly? He said only Juve did it. Only Juve. Udinese renewed the stadium. It's quite beautiful, really. It is the only one. Looks like you have to be bianconero for that. Ok, ragazzi. Thank you, Azzurri Juve. Thomas, 20 months. I believe it's the first one on 20. 20 months for Thomas. We need a new golden generation in Italy. Well, I heard a big, long press conference of Pantaleo Corvino, sporting director that is now at Lecce. Fantastic in terms of experience, managed Fiorentina in the past, the golden era of Fiorentina, did a lot of clubs in Italy. He's someone that really understands football. He's at Lecce now, and they criticized him because under 19 Lecce, the Primavera, won the Scudetto. And they criticized him because he did it with 11 foreign players. And they were pissed off with him because they said, no, but like this, it's not great, it's not okay, because you're not developing Italian products and so on and so on. And he was pissed off. Correctly, he said, guys, first of all, there are no Italian talents. And if there are, they cost you much more. Why should I, being Lecce, not try to compete to win? Why is it normal that Lecce is producing 75% of Italian people and we don't care if they win? No. My role is that with the tools that they are giving me in terms of money, I try to make the best possible team. Then we try to compete and we try to win. Can we do it? Most of the time, no. But if we can, we go for it. And I could do it with the youth, with 11 foreign players that were strong and also costed nearly nothing because Italian people cost so many more. He had a really long dialogue on that one. But ragazzi, there are no talents in Italy, or handful. But look at Italy. Look at Italy. The 2 World Cups in a row that they were not there. 2 World Cups in a row. That's a reality. And that's why I'm telling you, ragazzi, the problems are deeper than what you are thinking. You can blame Juventus for their mistakes, but you can't blame Juventus for everything. I hate when we start criticizing only Agnelli for the mistakes and not taking into consideration everything he did for Italian football. If today Italian football has 4 clubs in Champions League, it's thanks to Agnelli when he was president of ECA. If Italy had a relaunch, maybe an extension of thinking that they were back, it was not the 5 semi-finals that we did this year. It was Agnelli taking Ronaldo and importing him in Serie A, where all Serie A grew up. Thanks to Agnelli and Cristiano Ronaldo. Thanks to so many things that we implemented. He was the only one that was offering an alternative for the clubs to still be there on top, competing with the other ones. And we are only complaining Agnelli destroyed everything. Today it's easy to say we destroyed everything. You see, that's sometimes where I got angry, because today we are exactly, criticize him how much you want, but today on the 21st, 22nd of June 2023, we are exactly where Agnelli told you 3 years ago that we would be. Being a feeder league where we are all working to create some talents to go to the Premier League. This is the reality. This is the reality. We are all working to export players. And if it started already with some top talents that were leaving, now it's not only the foreign top talents that are not linked to La Terra, to the ground of Italy, but it's also Italian players that historically, it's not like Spain and so on. In Italy, they don't leave because they love La Mamma. They love the family. They love the food. They have the fantastic climate. It's warm. There is a culture. There is everything in Italy. You don't go to Newcastle as an Italian, except if you are thinking about your career and you see that the gap between Premier League Newcastle and Milan, Italy, it's too big. Then you are leaving. I don't know. I tell you the truth. You want to know, Aldo, why I was squeezing my here? You know why? Because there is the fan, and it enters, I believe, here under my shirt, and it's going to my boobs, and I'm cold. I wanted to lie, but I tell you the truth. I wanted to invent something that was not true, but that is the truth. Now you know. Guys, you have the fan is going hard. But if I don't put at max velocity, I'm sweating even more. So I put it there. It enters here, I believe, or here. I don't know. It's oversized shirt, and it goes into my boobs. And it's warm. It's cold. Sorry. So all my body is warm except of here. Guys, that's the truth. I know. I need an airco. I need money. Cash Money, help me. I know. I love the new nickname of Cash Money. I love that. Cash Money, help me to buy air conditioning because it's a big system. Here in Belgium, it's expensive. It's not like in other countries where it's used to have AC and here it's expensive because nobody is putting it because it's never warm in Belgium. Attenzione, Atletico Madrid interested in Theo Hernandez. But what are they doing, Milan? Mamma mia. Oh, Atletico Madrid interested in Theo Hernandez. Milan is asking for more than 80 million. That's maybe a bit too much, but anyway. A quote that the Spanish team can't reach. Oh, Roberto Gallo has a new job today. Congratulations, Roberto. Oh, I'm happy. That's good news. Congratulations, Roberto. But Kaushik is saying Championship, so the second division of Premier League, is bigger than Serie A nowadays. But it's true. It's true. You know, we made the math last time. The team that earns the biggest money in terms of television right in Italy is half of the one that is relegated in Premier League. 85 million euro, I believe, for the first team, and it will go lower because in Italy they have serious problem. The minimum that they are expecting to sell the television right in Italy, just for Italian soul, was 1.5 billion. The offers that they received at the moment are reaching a 600 million. Can you imagine? 600 million? They are not happy. They are negotiating, trying to increase it. But that's in Italy. So what is the consequence of that? You can't sell your product really high. You don't have the quality anymore. And on top of that, the teams are earning less. While the other leagues, every year, they will become... Other leagues, no, we're speaking about one. Premier League, every year will become bigger and bigger and bigger. And we are here. Agnelli told you it would happen. And that's what's happening, eh? With Serie A becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, Premier League becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And again, not because of Premier League, because of Serie A. Because of Serie A. How else can you explain Premier League charging 100 million for every player? I didn't follow all the discussion. Italy, like any league, including the Premier League, inflate prices of league players for in league flow of money. Oh yeah, but this is look, this is the big. Well, we spoke 1 year about it. The big plusvalenza story. I agree with Jakub. Then he made mistake. Let's not lie about it. He made mistakes, but. Let me check if we have some news now. I told you about Vicario going to Tottenham. Can you imagine? Opening the doors. We are opening the doors. Look here. Gianluca Di Marzio. There will be a meeting probably at the end of this week between De Laurentiis and the agent of Oshimen. It will be a really important meeting, probably a decisive meeting for the future of the striker. Probably to understand also what could potentially be the price tag if he needs to be sold, what De Laurentiis is asking, and secondly, what are the conditions if they want to renew. Guys, I told you, Kim Min-jae will go to Bayern Munich probably. Spalletti left. Giuntoli will leave. Oshimen is not on the market, but you know it, De Laurentiis, if they come with 150 million, he sells him, he even sells his mother, if he can. So, there is an offer for Theo Hernandez. They will probably go with Tonali. I told you, Vlahovic and Chiesa are on the market. Where they will go, I have no idea. Will both of them leave? I have no idea. But also that, if you start showing that message, if you are showing that message that Oshimen and Kim are leaving, Tonali is leaving, Barella is maybe leaving, Skriniar, he said, I don't care, I don't play with Inter for 6 months, I go to Paris Saint-Germain. Skriniar. Juve is maybe losing one of their best players, if not 2 players. What are the message that we are sending to all the Italian players, to all the players from Serie A? We are saying, ragazzi, ciao ciao. Ciao ciao. Nick X is, I believe, a Newcastle fan. He entered to understand a bit about Tonali. I will not give you too much about Tonali because we are a Juve channel, but Tonali is a really great player, really fantastic player. Wherever he goes, or even if he stays, he's a beautiful player. That the first year at Milan, ragazzi, also there. You see the cycle of an Italian player. Maybe Tonali is really the picture of Serie A, the actual Serie A, the new Serie A. A player that is playing in a small team arrives at the top, young, is sold for 30. But Italy, the big teams, they can't afford it, so they ask for a loan with an option to buy. Ragazzi, Tonali went to Milan the first year, he flopped. But now it's easy to speak about Anthony saying it's one of my favorite targets when he was at Brescia. At Brescia was great. At Milan he flopped. The Milanisti, they were pissed off. Nobody believed in him. They wanted to kick him out. They were not happy. Then, of course, you have the romanticus, like we are for some players that we have from, the young players. But most of them were absolutely not happy. Yeah? And by the way, at the end, Milan said, you can go back to Brescia. If you want to stay, we sign you, yes, from Brescia, but we don't give you what we promised in the past. Huh? We said yes. And then he did a really good season, a really solid season, the second one. And the third one, fantastic, where he showed that he was really taking care of Milan. He was carrying Milan in a lot of games. Maturity, leadership, Milan DNA. And now he's leaving. A cycle of, I believe, maybe I'm wrong on 1 year or so on, but I believe it's really a cycle of 3 years, Tonali. And that's where we are going. Frattesi, exactly the same, ragazzi. He already told you. What are you expecting from Frattesi? He told you, clearly, I need 2-3 more years in Italy at the top before arriving in Premier League. He told you himself, Frattesi. So, I don't know if he will come to Juve, to Milan, to Inter, to whatever team. He will do his cycle. He will arrive, maybe he's lucky and he will play immediately great, and probably he will accelerate the movement, or he will have a season of adaptment from a small team to a bigger team, preparing himself for the next step. And then you can always have problems, A big injury, like an ACL, and we are speaking about Federico Chiesa in our case, that is, slowing down the process. But that's where we are going, That's where we are going, ragazzi. Beppe, Danilo or Castagna as a right back? I don't see anymore Danilo as a right back, personally. Yeah, occasionally, but I don't see him really as a right back. Oh, Juventus Central Florida. Guys, if you are, I don't know if Juventus Central Florida is still here or not, because sometimes I'm waiting too much to read the messages. But if you are from Central Florida, Tampa, and these parts of the world, try to contact on Twitter or through me or whatever, and you want to be, part of a nearly official, because it will soon be official, Juventus official fan club. They are doing great people there, fantastic people. So if we have people from that area, let me know. If you are looking for, a place together to watch Juve together, maybe having a meeting together, you watch my videos together, it would be nice. I don't know, drinking something would be really nice. By the way, speaking about drinking, do you allow me to go and to drink some things, ragazzi? Let me know in chat so that I know if I can go to take some drink or not. Okay, let me check a bit of news about Juve in the meanwhile that you tell me if I can go for a drink or not. Let's start with the last one. Nicolo Zaniolo has always been liked by Juve, but at the moment there wouldn't be any deals. At less than 22 million, Galatasaray wouldn't even sit. But I think that's the price that I had in mind, ragazzi. 35 million euro the close. But 2022 for Zaniolo would not be bad, Serraz, that has always been one of my dreams to have an official club in Belgium, created by me, in a spot with, I would have, like television to show the games, a little bar, beautiful seats. I will also have my special room where I can do my videos, like my small room where with everything beautifully set, where I can do the videos. I can bring also the fans, from the supporters entering, doing interviews pre-game. And I would love that. I would really love that. But I have no money. So Zaniolo, of course, they will not go under 2022. There is Alfredo Pedular that is saying no Milinkovic-Savic for Inter. For the people that really want Milinkovic-Savic, he will not go to Inter, according to GJustjuve, to Alfredo Pedulla. People are telling me, Beppe, go for a drink. Only if we get a drink review. Oh, yeah, of course, because it's a new drink I need to test. Yeah, I will test with you guys, and then we continue with the news. Let me take my drink. Desperados. You know Desperados, why? Because it's the Desperados like Serie A. They are depressed. So it's actually matching. Desperados because they are depressed, like Serie A Mercato. For the people, this is 0% alcohol. So it's alcohol free, 0% virgin. Alcohol-free beer. Desperados. Guys. It's not alcohol, huh? It's not a real beer. So let's try. And then we continue with the name. No, guys, it's like midnight 30. It's the weekday. I never drink alcohol. Really occasionally. I'm not against alcohol, but when I'm at home like that, I never drink. Desperados. Let's try. Usually, I always put the lemon. It's like a quarter of lemon. Nah, even less than a quarter. I cut, I put in, I turn the bottle upside down so that the lemon goes at the bottom, and then I drink. Let me drink, because it's really hot and that's really fresh. You can see it's out of the fridge. Let's try. It's really great. It's really great. You feel the lemon. Even if I didn't put the lemon in, you feel the agrumes and the citron. The lemon, sorry. It's really refreshing. You feel the lemon. You don't want to drink anymore. You are good. It's perfect for people that do not drink alcohol. It's 0% alcohol, and you want a refreshing thing. It's not as, masculine like beer. It's a bit more. It's good. Of course, the people that drink alcohol, they will say, Beppe, what are you drinking? I can't tell you. It's like a light beer that is tasting a bit of lemon. Corona. Not the virus. It's a bit Corona. But this one is, of course, a bit lighter because it's 0 alcohol. You know the drink Corona? Corona, guys. It's the same. It's Corona de Desperados. But this is one for... Corona is for the Premier League. Desperados is for Serie A. Yeah. I think that's the best description. Corona from Premier League. Desperados for Serie A. It's good. It's really good. Ooh, it's good. It's really good. Really good. I rate this fresh now with the temperature. a solid, a solid 7.5. This one is really solid, fresh like this now with the temperature 7.5. Super great. Ok, basta ragazzi. What were we speaking about? The news. So no, from Milinkovic-Savic will not go to Inter. There will be a restyling on the sides for Juve. Restyling, no. It's not about restyling on the side. We have no sides. So we will have some players on the sides. There will be... Oh, wait. Juventus will take 3 fullbacks, with one of them being an expert. Keep an eye on Timothy Waya, whose contract with Lille ends in 2024. Yeah, but wait, because Timothy Waya is not a fullback, eh? So is he on top of the other? But a real restyling, eh? Attenzione, eh? I told you, we go towards a 4-man defense. I told you. The little bird, Larry, he came and he told me we go with 4. Alexandro is close to leave. Pellegrini is destined to stay at Lazio, which is good. I'm not a big fan of Pellegrini, you know that. Cambiaso will be back, but he could be sent on loan again. Fabiano Parisi, live contacts for some days, intertwining with Pellegrini. Probably in the meanwhile that they are speaking about Pellegrini, Lazio to remain there, they are going for Parisi. Okay, so Alfredo Perulà is shooting some news now. He's going with Juventus will have 3 fullbacks, and one of them will be an experienced one. Pay attention to Timothy Wea. This morning I was speaking about 4 players from Ligue 1. Timothy Wea, Ryan Cherki, Kefren Thuram, and another one. What was the other one? I don't remember. I spoke about 4 players. Mikao Dadze. Timothy Weah was the player that I wanted the less from the list. Telling you the truth. I'm not 100% convinced about him in France. I have to say that with USA, the first game, what was the first game of USA versus whatever team there in the World Cup? He played fantastically well. That's the game he scored, I believe, no? Is that not the game that he scored? He did fantastically well. His father was proud. No? I was really impressed that day, but then he didn't play really well. Was it USA Iran? Let me check. Wait, where? Wales? Was it Wales? Let's check. Wait, So where can I see it here? I'm trying to find his performances with USA here. USA national team. Fixtures. Yeah, if I have a good memory, it was like he scored, and it was really, he impressed me. That game, he really impressed me. Here, 1-1 against Wales. And who scored that game? Christian Bale on penalty. And Timothy Weah. The memory is there. The memory is there. I remember. that game he really impressed me, and then he disappeared a bit. By the way, speaking about World Cup and national team, today I watched nearly everything of the Netherlands-Belgium, one of the opening games of under 21 Euro. Mamma mia. Connie de Winter. What a performance. Connie de Winter did a fantastic performance. But seriously, not only what you will see on the internet, because people, they love, they take the clips, they post it, they saw nothing, and then they say fantastic, the Winter. No, you have to watch the game, 90 minutes. He played fantastically well. Strangely, more as a center back than where I remember that he will play, but on the other side, it's true that when he was playing with the youth, he could play in two positions, center back and also right back. But Marcello is saying, Beppe, he was man of the match. I agree. And I was super happy because end of the season he had a big injury. Jim is there as well. He's saying very mature. No. He was back from injury. He played a few friendlies and he played now 90 minutes that game. Wow. De Ketelaere as well played really well. That Ravela pass was, the idea was there, then he fell a bit, he slipped a bit. But guys, De Ketelaere is a really great player. Now, did you really hear me joking about him or mocking him because of his really difficult season? No, because I never did. Because I watched him at Bruges. Ragazzi, this guy is a talent. Then he had a really unfortunate season. Adapting to Serie A is always difficult. Had really a difficult season, and probably mentally he was not ready. And how much does it is it important? How much does it influence that that confidence that you have in you? Because then you are entering a negative loop. But De Ketelaere played well. But the Winter was fantastic. The Winter, 5 times he saved you the goal. What a fantastic player. Bah. The Winter, guys, is a Juventino as well. A real Juventino. If we can keep also the Winter, I would not say no. He has already 1 year experience at Empoli, where he did really well. So, guys, if you tell me we keep the Winter and he has a chance, I will not say no. Adrien Rabio remains at the center of Juve. The club is pushing and hoping for an answer in the coming days, possibly by the end of the week, so this weekend. In any case, the club should sign another midfielder on top of Rabio. And then pay attention to Miretti. You see, Nicolas Kira said Miretti could leave Juventus in the summer transfer window. He can bring you, I don't know if it will be on loan or whatever, but I would be really sad for Miretti. I would be extremely sad for Miretti. In the last 2 days, 2 Saudi Arabia clubs have asked info for Alexandro. No bids yet, but Juventus are open to sell the Brazilian and are also ready to facilitate the termination of the contract, which expires in 2024. Miretti out, Casadei in. Look, about Casadei, it's a player that I heard from Inter friends that he was really strong with the youth. Then they wanted on loan Lukaku. They couldn't pay him, so they've put Casadei in the deal, which was really stupid according to me, because Casadei is really strong. Why Lukaku for a loan? I'm not sure. But Casadei played 1 year at Reading, and where he really started to be on the radar of everyone was during the last World Cup edition of the youth. They arrived in the final, by the way. If you tell me, It's like Morata from Atletico Madrid. Yes. 2 years of loan. 1 year of loan, 2 years, whatever. Where at the end you have an option to buy. And I will say yes. Why not? If you tell me it's like Morata from Real Madrid, I say no. Morata from Real Madrid, when he came to Juve, it was 2 years with the decision from Real Madrid's side. So Real Madrid could decide what they did with Morata, or they kept him, or they could sit on the table to discuss with Juve. Juve really wanted to continue with Morata. Real Madrid said no. Then for 2 years, you are working on a player, developing a player, and stopping the growth of your own players for a player that 2 years later will go back. No. No, then no. You can be the best of the world. You can be Casadei, Casadinho, Casa whatever you want. No. Then no. Then forget about it. No, it makes no sense for me. If you develop a player and then he wants to leave and you're able to cash in, you receive money. If it's just to train, I'm not a training center. What are you talking about? And then yes, he's strong. Then yes, he's strong. But no. And imagine Casadei is coming to Juve. I believe, by the way, you can't loan out for 2 years anymore with the new laws in Italy. But Italy, they are changing every 6 months. But usually, I think the last update, you can't loan out for 2 years anymore. So imagine, Casadei arrives without option to be discussed at the end of the season. And you are making him top, and you fall in love with that young Casadei that is doing mirror, and then he leaves. He will destroy my heart forever. I have already problem if Miretti had, and I see at Zuri Juve saying he dropped big time. It's true, he had a really difficult season. But we were speaking about Tonali first. Tonali was already a bit more experienced than Miretti when he came from Brescia. And he flopped the first season. But seriously, he really flopped. And now, look, 75 million euro. So, yeah, he had really a difficult season. Miretti, 19 years old, first season in a difficult Juventus. Don't forget that. Never underestimate the impact of a situation that the player is in, which is super important. But even with a difficult season, if he would leave, I would already be sad. Imagine then if a player is coming, doing a fantastic season, is leaving. I would be depressed. Dottore, the doctor, is telling us, Beppe, thank you for the donation, my friend. Il Dottore is saying, Beppe, next season will be a struggle based on Juve current status, as everyone is expendable due to consequences of finance. What can we honestly expect next season in terms of accomplishment? Good question. I want to answer. Look, first of all, today we don't know. That's really important. It's difficult for me to set up expectations. Why? We have no idea who can stay, who can leave. Because if, let's say, la pazzia, the craziness, you sell Vlahovic, Chiesa, Bremer, Pogba, you don't replace them, we have a problem. Okay? If you keep all of them, you have a different vision, a different perspective. So it's really difficult. But let's take everything into consideration. One, Napoli changed coach. They will probably lose their center defender. Their striker, you see, Gianluca Di Marzio said, we will sit down to see. They lose their sporting director. If he stays at Napoli and if he doesn't join Juve, he's not working for Napoli anymore at the moment. So problems in the management there. after a year of victory, where they know that they have to reconfirm themselves. So Napoli is favorite. They won the last Scudetto, but it's a question mark. One. Inter, let's see, because they have so many depths that I would not be surprised if they go with one or two big sales. If I see them really on top of the race for Frattesi until Milan entered the race, that means that they already know that they will sell a big one. Milan, after Maldini and Massara left, attenzione, because they were already a team that finished fifth. They are in Champions League, but they finished fifth. And they are losing some big players now on top of management. Pioli will be a bit more alone now. So, you see, Brozovic could possibly leave as well, like Marcello is saying. So, we don't know about the other teams, where they will be, how they will be. We will not have fantastic big names. On the other side, I believe that, and I really feel it, then, ragazzi, at the end of the Mercato, you will tell me, Beppe, you were wrong. And then we will discuss again at the end of the season. But today, the 22nd of June, I have the feeling, for the first time, that we are in the middle of maybe doing right things. Not sure yet, because from the moment that I really believe that we are doing right things, then I hear again Icardi, Zaniolo, and whatever. You know, these names that Vasquez and so on. And then I wake up again and I watch and I see interest in Carlos Augusto, in Parisi, Timothy Castagne. This morning I was reading about some interest of Liga players like Cherki. Like Mikaolodze, like Wahi. We really want to go back to a four-man defense. I know that Pogba should be there. Then, ragazzi, I don't know. If he's going injured again, I don't know. What can I expect? I think that we can have for the first time, a real functional Mercato, that at the end of the season, the team might be less strong in terms of names, less qualitative, because, ragazzi, if you lose Di Maria, you lose Di Maria. Okay? But a team more in harmony, where you go with one defined lineup that could potentially be a 4-1-2-1-2. Let me try to give you the first draft. It will probably not be like that, but let me give a first draft. Dr. A, I will take away the donation so that you can see me better. Let's Szczesny into the goal. Olperin. Parisi on the left. Timothy Castagne on the right. Danilo, Bremer, center back. Danilo slightly on the left. Bremer slightly on the right. Four-man defense. Locatelli holding midfielder in front of the defense. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic on the left. Fagioli on the right. Paul Pogba behind two strikers. Four, 1-2-1-2. Who are the two strikers is a big question. Big question. Or you play a 4-3-3 with Federico Chiesa on one side. Maybe a Giuntoli maybe a Zaniolo. Imagine. Chiesa, Mikaoladze, Zaniolo. The team that I'm making now... No, I didn't sell Chiesa, ragazzi. I gave you a second lineup where in that 4-3-3 Chiesa could stay. Chiesa on the left, Zaniolo on the right. Who are you selling? Vlahovic, ragazzi. You're selling Vlahovic. You can possibly also sell Bremer, but then you need a replacement for Bremer. That could be Pau Torres, for example, if Bayern is going for Kim Min-jae. So it's depending also, huh? But you can go for a 4-3-3, 4-1-2-1-2, you know. But a clear identity of football with some players that you are recuperating, with some players that are really making sense today, which was more difficult last season. Srikar says Milan, they want Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Makes sense. I understand. I knew that it would come. Huh? I'm not surprised. Milan wanting him because they want to go for Frattesi, but Carnevali needs to pay attention because increasing the demands, at the end nobody will take him. But yeah, it makes sense that now they are on both players. It makes totally sense. Then Sergej, does he want to go? That's a big question. Big question. I'm trying to find if we have new news. Monday or Tuesday could be the day of June. Ooh, attenzione, my friend Luca Monblano. Monday or Tuesday could be the day of Giuntoli. Monday or Tuesday. Hey guys, that's anticipating, eh? I said between the 1st and the 5th. Monday or Tuesday could be the day of Giuntoli. That's the 26th, 27th. It's a bit strange, ragazzi. You know why? Because if you sign Carnevali, mamma mia, Giuntoli, if you sign Giuntoli and you let him start working from the 26th, it means that officially he has a contract, because you know that the financial books, they are closing on June 30th. You're anticipating him a bit. That's really strange to do a contract starting on the 26th. Maybe he will come. They can find a way, you know, like apprentice, you know, like how do they call that in USA? Ciao Soraz, buonanotte. I'm about to close. How do you call it in USA? You know how when you are entering a job the first week there, where you are not paid, stagiaire. I don't know how you say in English. But maybe they can find a contract like that, you know, or they find him at internship. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. You sign him on internship for 1 week and then a contract from the 1st of a probation of 1 week. Yeah, intern. That can be a nice trick. No, because it's really strange, ragazzi, having a contract on the 26th of June. If it was the 26th of May, I would tell you yes. If it was 26th of February, I tell you yes. But 26th of June, 4 days before the financial closing of the books, it's a bit strange. So maybe they can try with a probation week. They make, you know, a kind of contract that you have the insurance. You never know if you are falling from the stairs. And then the official contract from the 1st of July can be. So, what else? I was saying something at... Dan, it's right. Giuntoli. They had to present him in June. Makes sense. On the other side, pay attention to Giuntoli. Maybe you know or you don't know. Can someone tell me what is a really strange particularity of Giuntoli's. Something that he has always had in all his career. I told you, I'm not sure if he will come as a sporting director. I think he will come. No, sporting director will be Manna. I really believe he's chief of sport. But when he was sporting director in all his career, is one thing that he's doing that not everyone is doing as a sporting. It's quite rare to say that. Who knows about it? Tell me if you know or you don't know. Something that he's doing that all other ones are not doing. Peter, he knows. Mamma mia, Peter. Mazza, Peter. You know, huh? Peter knows. Mamma mia, you impressed me. No, because I was expecting that someone would know, but like that. Oh, attenzione. Before Peter, because, mamma mia, I was about to skip it, and that's something I would never forgive myself. MMA, grande MMA. Come stai, Beppe? Spero che sei in top form. Sì, adesso vado a dormire tra 15 minuti. Però sì, grazie MMA, mi fa piacere leggerti, sempre. I'm happy. And Salvatore Ciccone saying, ciao Beppe, thoughts keen as a starter on 4-3-3 now that we don't have UCL. Could be a season where he takes next step in quality. It depends who will stay or not. Look, I told you, his comeback was a disaster. The biggest disappointment, and thank you for the donation, Salvatore, biggest disappointment for me was Keane 21-22. 22-23, I saw already some improvement, but ragazzi, then he always find a way to flop. Then I don't know what happened exactly, but if he goes to the national team of under 21, in a way or another, is leaving. I don't know why. It's annoying me. Why are you leaving? Why? I don't know. I really don't know. So, but yeah, I still believe that he has much more potential than what he showed today. I don't agree with Jakub that he's saying he's officially a flop. I don't agree. He's still young. He's a 2000 player. Played at Juve and really well when he had his debut. Played at Paris Saint-Germain extremely well. And you will tell me, yes, it's Ligue 1, whatever. Yeah, but extremely well. Flopped at Everton and showed some signs of fantastic movements at Juve. So I really believe that he has still potential. I saw him. So I would not go with officially a flop. It can become a flop officially soon. But I would not exaggerate too fast. Then will he become what's the name? Holland? No, it's not Holland. It's not Mbappe. Okay. But I would not condemn him too fast. So going back to Peter Cesarini that told me, Beppe, he stays on the bench with the coach. Hey, yeah. Not only. Giuntoli, he smells the grass. Not literally, yeah. Not literally, yeah. Not that he's smelling the grass. But he loves to go every single day to the training camp. He's not coaching, eh? But he's there. He's on the phone, he's walking around, up and down, he's watching. Sometimes he's asking questions after the training to the coach. If he needs to say hello to the players, speaking, how is your wife, whatever. He knows the environment. He knows what's going on. And on the days, he's going on the bench. Then, I don't know, when he will be at Juve, if he's not sporting director, but chief of sport, I don't know if he will continue to do that habit. But if it's for Giuntoli, I believe that he would love to be there. Ragazzi, I don't know. Allegri, it's not fun, huh? If you have a fantastic relationship, you don't care. If you have a boss-employee relationship, it's different, huh? It's different. He's never saying something, Giuntoli, yeah? He's not going to the referee to speak. He's not saying to the coach, do this, do that. So don't expect that he will become the coach. But he's there. He's showing his presence. So I don't know how Allegri will react to have someone here, always here. I'm really curious about that. But seriously curious, huh? So this one, I don't know. speaking about Giuntoli. Let's see. That's something that will really make me curious. I will wait. Do you believe Giuntoli will sit on the bench on match day 1? Not instead of Allegri, with Allegri. Yes, no. As easy as that. Yes or no? Will he be on the bench? Yes or no on the first match day? I'm not speaking about USA tour or match Viareggio. I'm speaking really about match day 1 in Serie A. MMA. I might be in Milan around December. I hope you are free around that time to attend the match. I told you that I continue with Juve. Then we are planning the new season. I don't know if I will do again all the watch-alongs or not. I believe we will divide, but I'm not sure if I will do the home games away. I don't know. So it depends on the work, of course. Then in December, if there are no games, because in Italy they love to go on holiday also there. It depends, MMA. It really depends. Milano is quite reachable from where I am. Torino is a bit more difficult, or you have to go to Milan and then take the train, but would be nice, would be really nice. You know that this week I woke up and I have the desire to go to New York. I want to go to New York. I know that, but really soon, like in end of July, 1 month, boom, going to New York. I don't even know if it's possible or not, but I'm really curious about that. Thomas, question. What is something different you would like to hear Allegri say in press conference in 23-24? Good question. Look, generally, I like when Max is doing press conferences. Verbal, non-verbal, I really like it. But this year he has been really in difficulty. Look, there was something that I didn't really appreciate or like. Was when he said, what do I have to say to the supporters? Nothing. He's right in a way, because if you are listening to the supporters, guys, you go crazy. You have the pro Allegri, you have the anti Allegri, you have people that wants Barella, they don't understand the situation. You have guys, you go crazy. In 2014, the supporters, they welcome him spitting on the car. Do you remember? That's super important also to remember. So I understand that you have, but on the other side, supporters are the core of a club, are the heart, the pulse, in the way of approaching, I would have loved a hand towards the supporters. Not only saying we need the supporters to be present at the stadium, because he did that a few times this season, but more in the way of I understand supporters, I understand the frustration, I understand it. We are working on that. Being a bit more aware that supporters would love to hear something, not to justify, but showing that you care, because he cares. Of course he cares. Maybe this, and maybe also sometimes speaking in press conference a bit more about football, which we do not. If you are taking the 38 games of Serie A plus Europa League and this, it's a strong team, the opponent physically great, pay attention because this. You know, I would love a bit more insight. But then, you know, you never know. Maybe next year we take Max Allegri and we do the press conferences on Twitch, and then I will go with a total different. If I do the press conference, because I did this year for Montemurro, I had, you know, a weekly planned live with Joe Montemurro, the head coach of women, every week. It was really nice. There were the supporters, there were the journalists. Priority in the beginning to the journalists, but also some questions from the supporters if they were really relevant. And then in the second part, we went with the supporters. Imagine if we do like 3 times in a row Max Allegri with me. Mamma mia. I would be happy. I tell you the truth, I would be really happy. I will read the comment of MMA, but can you please tell me, let's say it happens. What is the question that you would say, Beppe, ask this question to Allegri? But try to be, guys, no, you know what? Be creative. What should I say? If it happens, it will probably not happen, but what if it happened? Yeah, if I go, Thomas, I tell you, of course, everyone will know. MMA, I have a car that will take us from Milano to Torino, don't worry. No, but that's not a problem, I have to go to Torino. But let's see MMA. If I'm free around that time, then of course I will let you know. Milano is beautiful. I'm happy that you are going to Milano. Milano is not really beautiful. It's not my favorite city in Italy. You have some fantastic places, but I prefer, if I have to choose, Firenze, Roma, even Torino. Milano is huge. It's big. It's different. But anyway, when I can go to Milano, I'm happy. Nero is saying, Beppe, apparently Manna and Caramari just had a meeting. No, it was this afternoon. Not just, it was like hours ago. But we have no news. They spoke, of course, about Frattesi, probably trying to insert a player like Sule, like the Winter. So they are thinking, they are trying to negotiate, but we see it. The asking price for Frattesi went sky high, and I believe there will be no go. Even if Juventus, they showed we are there, and if something is changing, we are there. Hopefully we will have all players on that tour. That's soon, I don't believe so. On the other side, ragazzi, if Zaniolo arrives, he needs to be on that plane indeed. Like Samir is saying, he needs to be on that plane. And I don't want to have him like Paredes at match day 3 in Serie A. I want to have him immediately. That's important for me. On that one I agree. But not the entire team. That's impossible. Beppe, is the new off-pitch news today have a positive effect on Juve? No. Nothing. Zero. Balogun is strong. Good player. I heard really light news. Yeah, but Balogun is good. Ask Allegri, what do you remember? And I would ask that. Probably that's why he was pissed off. Yeah, it could be. Dragons is answering about Balogun. Chuck, Beppe, we need a live tactics session with Allegri on Twitch. I would love that. You know also why? Because, okay, we all agree. I believe it would have been the best choice to split ways. For people that are always saying, Beppe, you never say Here you have it, 213%. They know it, but I already said it. If you listened to me during all the season, you understood what I said. I also never believed that Max Allegri would have been the coach of 23-24. Never I would have believed that. There was one time that I said, I think it could be. One time. It was at a certain moment where really the team management left. There was nobody anymore. And I said, how do you stop with the only one that is at the moment taking care of everything? But except of that, I was really not thinking it could stay. So we all agree that probably it was best to have a change of coach, okay? Now, at the moment, 22nd of June, we know that Max Allegri will stay at Juve. Then tomorrow, they can wake up and change decision. But I think, and I said it last time, that some people today, they are exaggerating. He was at Coverciano, the center where new coaches of Italy are formed, and he was invited. It was not the first time that he was invited for new coaches, but you have also sessions with other coaches and so on and so on, where he gave a lesson about tactics and so on. Ragazzi, I believe that Max Allegri is a fantastic coach in terms of knowledge about the game, about his own ideas. Then you will tell me, Beppe, offensively, he's nowhere. How can I give you? How can I tell you that you are wrong? What we saw has been really, really poor. We didn't see any progress. Offensively, no patterns and whatever. But I really sincerely believe that Max Allegri is a smart manager, a smart man, and someone that knows how to adapt to the opponents better than anyone that I ever saw. I believe he's even stronger in understanding the opponent, how they play and so on, that Pep Guardiola, that Jurgen Klopp, that whatever top coach that you want to. Rarely I've seen a coach understanding so much how an opponent will play and anticipating how they will play. I think really that this is one of his best skills, but probably also one of his biggest weaknesses, because for him, as he knows how the game will go, is always adapting to the opponents. And when you are at Juve, at a certain moment, if you have the best team on earth, I mean, the teams that he had in the past, 14, 15, 16, whatever, you can adapt in a structure, in a tactical plan to the other team, but you know that your top players will solve you the game. And from the moment that the game has been solved with 1 goal, 2 goals, the game is over. Because the opponents, they don't even believe that they can do something. And it's over. And it's really over. When you don't have these players anymore that are able to change you the game in 1, 2, 3, because whatever, and they are injured, they don't play, you are not able to find the best things out of them. From that moment on, only adapting to the opponent is really a weakness. But ragazzi, you can't tell me that having Max Allegri at Coverciano, that he knows nothing about football. This is for me unacceptable. I would love to have a tactical session with him. I would sincerely, I would love it. Sincerely. Did I forget to say thank you to someone earlier? Let me check if I did everyone. So Dragunj, Razoncross, Rad, Marco, I said yes. Azzurri Juve as well. Thomas Makluf, Dr. A, Emma, Salvatore Ciccone, Anthony Schifano, 20 months, the second one after Thomas, if I'm not wrong. 20 months, Beppe, for Allegri on Twitch would be awesome. Like or dislike it, would be so interesting to have a conversation with him. Thank you for your membership, Anthony. Well, you know, the only thing that I would not be scared of, but I would be a bit annoyed of, would be to have a chat full of disrespecting comments. I would be, then I will get over it, and probably I will close an eye. I will not watch the chat anymore. I will do a one-on-one. But that would be so sad. So sad. Because you're bringing someone on something that, when did it happen? That you have like a one-on-one with the coach of your team on Twitch, where you're taking the questions from the chat as well. And the guests, most of the time, they are watching the chat as well. When they are live with me, it depends. If they are on mobile phone, they don't have the chat. If they are at home on their computer or whatever, they see the chat. Can you see, how difficult it is and annoying? I would be personally annoyed by that. And then I get over it. But I think it would be a big missed opportunity because it's not nice. It's time. I would personally, I would be a bit sad about that. But I believe it would be, if you're open to it, it could be a really great one. Really. GCM, grazie. Thank you for the donation, GCM. Beppe, any chance the club looks at the fitness staff and makes any changes? The team's fitness was embarrassing from the start to the end of the season. Too many injuries to be just bad luck. I agree. There are some changes. It's not the Folletti that is leaving, but there are some responsible names that are leaving. They were changing. It's not an overhaul, but I don't know what is the problem, because it's not only this season. If it was only this season or last season, I will tell you, but it's because of Allegri. It went worse and worse and worse. That's true, but it's already a long time that Juventus is suffering these problems. And in the meanwhile, we changed all the staff of J Medical. We changed the fitness staff that is working with the team, because, with that they are working and they are linked with a coach. So when Sarri was there was another athletic staff, fitness staff. When Pirlo was there, and it was another one. With Allegri, there was another one. And now we gave continuity. So I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness member, not even staff. Let's not speak about it, not even member. But so I couldn't tell you, but there is a serious problem. I said it since a few years. My first request on the Mercato would be to have a normal injury season, because you always have injuries in a season. But mamma mia, give me average, like all the other teams, average injury season, and then we speak about a real season of Juve. But of course, this is something that we have to fix. Then now, of course, De Sciglio, you can change whoever you want to. It's too late. Injury on injury on injury on injury. And every time that you have an injury, you become weaker. So you have some players that, unfortunately, they will always be risky. But I agree with you. I don't believe that there will be an overhaul, except if tomorrow they wake up and they decide to change Allegri, then all the fitness staff is leaving, and you replace with the new fitness staff, except of some people that are remaining. But I don't know where is the problem. I don't know where it comes from, the origin of the problem. I don't know. Is it a lack of intensity in preparation in the summer? Is it sometimes I'm even thinking maybe it's La Continassa area. There is too much humidity in the air, and I don't know. If they are always injured with everyone, is it because the pasta is too liquid? I don't know what's the problem, but there is a problem. Hey, they arrive at Juve, they are injured. I agree, This is really, really a problem that we have to fix. Then, Federico Chiesa, hey guys, you can't do nothing about it. ACL wings. Caio Giorgi, I saw the injury, the rotula of the knee, disaster. Huh? These are things that you can't prevent. But then there are so many injuries that you could prevent. And we can't. Huh? Mamma mia. Oh ragazzi, I tell you. Oh, attenzione, because Gazzetta dello Sport went out with a title. Juve unlocks Milinkovic-Savic, a turning point in the deal. Ravella the key to the agreement, but Lotito wants 40 million euro. No, I don't want to give Ravella. Would you do it? Ravella for Milinkovic-Savic? Of course, Ravella plus money, because it's not a deal Ravella-Milinkovic. Marcello is saying no. Fredrik Brandt, no. I would not neither. No. I agree with you guys. No. Give him a chance. Give him a chance to Ravella. No, I would not. I love Milinkovic-Savic. I would really think twice. 3 times, 4 times. Giuntoli is another Marotta. Attenzione, Tutto Sport with the interview to Tardelli, ex-Juve player. Tardelli said, Juve and Allegri need an executive like him. Max found himself alone managing a complicated situation. The Napoli sporting director could be the right man to help him. When Boniperti told me, lose the necklace, get a haircut, and then come back, I realized what Juve was. The fans always faithful. 80% renewed their membership, now general sale. I remember that story of Tardelli. He went to Juve. Other times, ragazzi. Other times. He went to Juve. He had not long hair like that. He had longer hair and a necklace. He arrived there in training center. And Boniperti watching said, oh, torna a casa, togliti la collana, tagliati I capelli e torni. He told him, go back home, you take away the necklace, cut your hair, and come back. And he did. And he did. What do you want to do? You go, you do. You do. Of course, other times it's another period, but... that was a funny story. Okay. Last question. Keep or sell? Keep or sell? Between who do you keep between one name only, between Ravella, Miretti, Ealing Jr., Sule, these are the names. I want to put Parenechea or whatever, but one that you keep. Sule, Miretti, Ravella, and who did I say? Ealing Jr. one name only that you keep. Don't start with two names, one only. Renzo is telling me Ravella. M. Ravella. Nero Ravella. Ealing Jr. for Borna. Ravella. Keep Ealing for Jacob. Keep Ealing. We have Fagioli. Ealing for AJ. That's actually, I have to say that's a popular choice, AJ. I'm used to unpopular choices for you. Ealing is something I was not expecting. So everyone between Ealing and Ravella, except of Karim Selim, that is saying Miretti, and Andre Rigon. All the other ones with Ealing or Ravella. Now, if you have to say goodbye to one between the same four, Ealing, Ravella, Miretti, Sule, you have to say goodbye, obliged to one. On sale. No loan, sale. Frederick Brandt, buy Sule. Kalestolb, Sule. Renzo, Sule. Martin, Sule. Samir, Miretti. Miretti for AJ. Sule. Sorry, Matti. Styler Z. Anthony, yeah, but that Ealing will maybe be sold, but is that your choice as well? Hey, Jim is also going that direction. Ealing, but most for the money. Hey, Jim is an accountant. The majority wants to keep, if I'm not wrong. It's 50-50 and between Ealing and who? I don't remember what you say. Wait, let me check again. And Ravella. Between Ealing and Ravella, 50-50. And then if you have to sell, it would be mostly Sule. You know how much I love Sule, but I also try to rate him objectively in the video I made about the ratings of the year. It was not the best season for Sule. I believe he really paid the price of not playing with a 4-3-3. But also, if I watched the chances given by Allegri to Sule, I believe that also him probably was not ready when he could, and he didn't receive enough chances, I believe. I'm not sure if Max Allegri is really trusting Matthias Sule. I don't know if it can work. I believe that Sule will leave. Then will it be on loan? Will it be really sold for cashing in on another player? Could be, but I believe. Yeah. Let's see if we did something beautiful today. Ooh. But at the end, we are at the +3. +3 since the beginning of the live. We started with 25,959. And we are there at 62. Guys, ragazzi, we found 3 more Juventini on an evening. Step by step by step, we are reaching the 26. And then we go towards the 30. And when we reach 41,500, I rent the Allianz Stadium and we all go there. For us. Stadium for us. 200 likes reach. Ragazzi, tomorrow we go with a new video in the morning. Again, one that we will try to reach at least 500 likes so that we can go with that positive streak. Today we did really well, huh? Look at that. Today we did, how much we did? 500, how much? Let me check. I know, 674. The video of today. It was long. It was a long video, but I really enjoyed it. It was 20 minutes. I really enjoyed it. Ragazzi, tomorrow a new day. It's coming to live, huh? Coming to live. The Mercato. Sadly enough, not for Calcio. You know what was the most funny thing where I laughed at and people were angry with me because I don't support the league? The biggest joke was Calcio is back. Calcio is back, and 2 weeks later you're selling all your top players. You see what I mean? You have to pay attention. Calcio is back, yeah, when you have a plan. If you have no plan, how is Calcio back? I agree with Barna, but we already broke. By the way, Serie A is back. What kind of message? If AJ is saying it, if I am saying it, is Shai Geta. Shai Geta, are you the brother of David? I'm not sure. Maybe you're the brother of David. Maybe. Mamma mia, could be fantastic, huh? I'm already happy with Shai, but if you're the brother of David, could be nice if he can make a music for the channel or whatever. Could be. Anyway, speaking seriously, a last thing. If you are Serie A, honestly, what does it mean Calcio is back? Because people, they don't did. I know AJ, he loves to think as well. He's like a philosopher. When you're saying the official account of Serie A, you're saying Calcio is back. You're actually saying Calcio was shit during the last few years, where Juventus won 9 times in a row. While Juventus was twice in the final of Champions League. But it's really strange. What period are you referring to that Calcio was gone? So first of all, you are admitting we were gone. We were shit. So you are putting, actually, instead of reinforcing with a strong message, by the way, not even after winning the 3 finals, before, you are already anticipating the finals of the shame. But you had to take it into consideration that you could flop. The chances were small that you would not even win one, but you have to take into consideration. So you're already taking a risk of saying on social media, Calcio is back, before playing the finals. But that message, back means that you were gone. When? Was it when Milan was winning last year? Was it when Inter was winning? Or was it in the 9 years of dominance of Juventus? When Juventus was twice in final of Champions League? What period was it gone? And why is it back? What changed that is telling me that Calcio is back? I need to understand. No, I don't believe, Jim, it's Italian. On that one, I believe it's managed, that slogan and so on. It's managed from the USA account. In Italy, they don't even know what is back. If you say Calcio is back, they're saying, oh. You see, I really believe it was a slogan from USA. You know, a kid came up with, oh, Calcio is back. And let's go. I believe, I don't know. Then maybe it's from Italy, but I really believe it was from USA. I believe it's really stupid. Let me see the take of AJ on that one. That's what I was going to say. It's like they admitted, hey, you see, I'm not, It sounds strange, not even to defend Juve, not Juve, or Calcio, not Calcio, but even like this, Calcio is back. From where? You know, and why? I have so many questions. Back. You're actually, instead of reinforcing the message, you're actually putting the finger or we disappeared. As nobody was saying that you disappeared. People are saying that you are disappearing. Not that you disappeared. You are like this. Except of some crazy people that are telling me, hey, it's better when you have competition. When one time it's Juve, then Inter, then Milan, then Napoli. It's good for the league. Bah. Good for the league. Tonali would have stayed. Chiesa would probably not question himself if leaving Juve or not. Okay. Tonali won the Scudetto 2 years ago with Milan. No, not even actually. Last year won the Scudetto at Milan. He wants to leave. Gerd Müller or Thomas. No, Gerd Müller is not the same. Thomas Müller. Kylian Coman from Bayern Munich. They always win with Bayern. Do you think they want to leave? They don't want to leave, huh? Thomas Reus from Dortmund. He never win. He always lose at the end. Does he want to leave? Are they coming up with this strange fantasy of it's better when it's every year another one that is winning? No. It's all stories, fairy tales. The competition for what? Marco Reus, Kingsley, it's the same, guys. It's the same. It's 2 a.m. What do you want? It's the same. Who cares? What did I say? I said Kingsley Coman. Marco Reus. It's just names. Ragazzi, Calcio, we had a really beautiful, it's the last minutes, Uncle Sharma, a big theory about how stupid the slogan Calcio is back was, but not the one that was used, not Calcio is back, we lost the finals. That was not even the big point. Calcio is back, we lost the finals. It's a risk. Nobody took it into consideration that you could lose 3-3, but that's not even important. The important one, Uncle Sharma, I want your take on that, is when you're saying is back, you're actually finger pointing the fact that you disappeared, that you were in a banter era and that you are back. Back from where? When? Why? And how? It's really strange. I don't know what you think about it. And then I go to sleep, but I need... you see, Uncle Sharma, it's the marketing, guys. We are crazy like that sometimes. Yeah, but you have to think twice before Calcio is back. It sounds great, huh? Then you use Capello. Who was there as well in that spot? Alessandro Del Piero, Fabrizio Capello. Who was there? I forgot. Gianni Toni. All these players, they were there. I saw them. Calcio is back, and there is no one. You're genius of football, expert of the field. There is nobody that is saying Beppe. Patrizio Cannavaro was there as well. There is nobody that is telling, hey, Calcio is back. Maybe it's not great for the image of football. Nobody. You know what they ask? They're asking, what's the price tag for me to be in that spot? So much. Okay, what do I need to say? Calcio is back. Okay, let's say good. Calcio is back. What else do I need to say? No, Calcio is back. Okay. And there you go. It's stupid, huh? There's nobody that is coming with... Attenzione. Maybe you're doing a... You didn't like Patrizio Cannavaro? That was a great one. I like that. Oh, ragazzi, now I go to sleep. Because otherwise, I will start calling Uncle Sharma Zia Sharma. And then it's too much, huh? You know, Cannavaro, I don't like Cannavaro, huh? Mamma mia. I don't like Cannavaro. Will never like him. Mamma mia. Cannavaro is not my best friend. Bon, ragazzi, we did fantastically great. I'm happy. Thank you for the 25,962 subscribers on the channel. That close. Dai, share the channel with the people so that we reach 26. Thank you for everything. It was a fun night. I loved it. Mamma mia, 2 hours 25. Why? Ciao Anthony, ciao Calle, ciao Muffi, ciao Uncle Sharma, ciao Borna, ciao Taha, Mr. X, Thomas Macluff, LJJ, Andre Rigon, Draguns, Anthony Trimboli, Anthony Schifano, Anthony Bognanni, Anthony, all the Anthonys of the world. Ciao Sidus, ciao EA, ciao Jacob, ciao a tutti, grazie, forza Juve.